The story of Athaliah is one of the most dramatic accounts of political intrigue and divine preservation in the Old Testament. It highlights a dark period in Judah's history where the Davidic royal line nearly came to an end. The rise of the wicked queen Athaliah was the daughter of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel of Israel, and she brought their influence into the kingdom of Judah through her marriage to King Jehoram. After her son King Ahaziah was killed, Athaliah saw an opportunity to seize absolute power. Driven by a ruthless ambition, she moved to destroy the entire royal family. She ordered the execution of all her own grandsons, the heirs to the throne, to ensure there would be no rivals to her rule. By wiping out the house of David, she sought to break the lineage that God had promised would endure forever. The secret rescue of Joash in the midst of this slaughter, a courageous woman intervened. Jehosheba, who was the daughter of King Joram and the sister of the late King Ahaziah, acted quickly. She took the youngest prince, an infant named Joash, and stole him away from among the king's sons who were about to be killed. Jehosheba hid the baby and his nurse in a bedroom within the temple complex. This nurse, whose specific name is not recorded in the text, but is identified by her vital role, provided the constant care Joash needed while he remained in hiding. For 6 years, while Athaliah reigned over the land as a usurper, the rightful king stayed hidden in the house of the Lord, protected by Jehosheba and her husband, the high priest Jehoiada. The role of Jehoiada the priest in the 7th year, Jehoiada decided it was time to restore the throne. He showed great courage and tactical brilliance by gathering the captains of the guard and the Levites from across Judah. He brought them to the temple and made a covenant with them, showing them the king's son who had been kept secret for so long. Jehoiada armed the guards with the spears and shields that had belonged to King David.
By the authority of this sacred scroll, I command you, secure the temple. Long live King Joash!
By the grace of the Almighty, receive this crown, O King of Israel.
Long live the king!
Jehoiada brought Joash out, placed the crown on his head, and gave him a copy of the covenant. He anointed him king, and the people began to clap their hands and shout, "Long live the king!" The fall of Athaliah. When Athaliah heard the noise of the people running and praising the king, she rushed to the temple. There she saw the young Joash standing by the pillar, as was the custom, surrounded by the captains and the trumpeters. In a moment of desperation, she tore her clothes and cried out, "Treason! Treason!" Jehoiada the priest commanded the officers to take her out of the temple precincts. He gave strict orders that she should not be killed in the house of the Lord, as it was a holy place. The guards seized her and led her to the entrance of a horse gate at the king's palace, and it was there that she was put to death. With the tyrant removed, Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord, the king, and the people, and they went on to tear down the temple of Baal. Scriptural references: you can find this complete narrative in 2 primary places in the Bible. 2 Kings chapter 11, 2 Chronicles chapter 22 and 23. The primary lesson from this narrative is the sovereignty and faithfulness of God. Even when it appeared that the wicked had completely triumphed and the promise of David's line was extinguished, God was working behind the scenes. Through the bravery of Jehosheba and the leadership of Jehoiada, we see that God uses courageous individuals to preserve His truth and fulfill His promises. It serves as a reminder that no matter how entrenched evil may seem, it is temporary, and the rightful authority will eventually be restored. It also highlights the importance of protecting the vulnerable and standing for righteousness even when it is dangerous to do.